Dude, I didn't even brush my teeth. I think it's the lighting, but my teeth look really freaking white. I did actually start flossing for the first time in like my entire life recently, so that could be helping. Anyways, funny story time. This is the story's about like a little haircut adventure that I had. Uh, about 3 weeks ago, I had to go to this conference, and so I haven't gotten a haircut in probably like I want to say 2 3 months, and I was like trying to grow it out, going through my emo phase, 2016 emo phase in 2026, um, and so it wasn't working out too well. So I started getting like these weird curls, and tried cutting my hair by myself, and it just made it look way worse. So it was like completely misshapen. The curls kept growing out, but like in the wrong direction, and then my hair started poofing in the back. But like since I cut the lower part of the back off, like the back part of my head like stuck out like that, and then the lower part was non-existent, and it looked terrible. So I was like, I should probably go get a haircut. So the funny part is, rewind 3 months ago, and I'm with my hair salonist person, and he's telling me like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm not gonna be here in May," and I totally forgot. And so May comes around, and I'm like, like this looks really bad, and so and I have to be at a work conference in the middle of May, or in literally like 3 days, and I'm just looking around. I'm literally calling, and it's in San Francisco. So I'm calling like places in San Francisco, and they're like, yeah, it's going to cost 100, $200. And I'm like a cheapskate. And so I'm like, I ain't paying $200 for a little tiny trim. Cause I'm still trying to grow it out. But obviously that didn't happen because I got actually the full haircut. Um, so I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And so my guy, he's literally in Vietnam for like the next month. And so I can't get a haircut from him, and I have to be at this conference in 2 days. And so I'm like starting to panic. I'm like, dude, do I go to Great Clips? Do I go to Supercuts? Like, is it worth the risk to look even more chopped than I already am? And so I was just like, okay, whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna find like the best person in my city. And so then there's this place in my city. It's called like Bin's Beauty Salon, and it's just this Vietnamese lady, and she just she cuts hair, and she's been doing it for like 20 years or something, apparently, allegedly. And so I'm like, my friend, he told me about her, and I'm like, I saw her on Yelp, and I was reading the reviews, and I was kind of scared because there's all these people that are like messaging her, and they're like, she doesn't answer the phone, and like, she didn't do what I asked. And I was like, whatever, dude. I literally don't care at this point. I'll just like go in and try to get my hair trimmed or whatever, and if it ends up looking worse, I'll just go get a low taper or like a fade or whatever, and like be cringe for like a couple days or something. Not just kidding. That's not cringe. It's everybody has that haircut. So I didn't want to look basic. Now I just look like a basic Korean guy, even though I'm not Korean. Anyways, so yeah, so decided to do that, right? So the place I thought closed at 6 p.m. So my work ends around 5 ish. So I get out of work, I leave a little bit early, and I drive to this place, and I get there around like 5:30, 5:20 ish. And so I pull up, and there's this um there's this Asian guy who's getting his haircut, and like I walk in, there's this Asian guy getting his haircut, and then there's this one other dude just sitting there looking at me angrily, like, what the hell is this guy doing here? And I'm like, why is he looking at me pissed? Like, this place closes at 6, dog. Like, you can get your haircut, and then I'll go get my haircut. And so the Asian guy apparently is this dude's just yapping away. And turns out what was happening was he was trying this new haircut because he's going to a different country with his wife or whatever, and he's like trying something new out at like closing time, and which is totally cool. Like, I'm the idiot apparently for going in during closing time because it actually didn't close at 6 p.m. It closed at 5:30. So I walk in there at 5:20. This person's already like getting his haircut, doing something completely different, so he's taking extra time, and then there's this other guy just waiting, and then I walk in. And so I'm like, oh gosh, this is so awkward. And so anyways, what happens is the Asian guy like the Asian guy's like doing his thing, and I literally asked the lady. The timeline is a little bit messed up here. I think I asked after the Asian guy left and the other guy went in, and the other guy's about to go in, and I'm like, "Hey, I know apparently you close at 5:30. I just saw the sign. I thought you closed at 6. I can come back tomorrow if you're okay with that." And she's like, "No, no, it's okay. You came in like right before closing, so I'll take care of you." And I'm like, "Dude, this lady's like the goat." And so, anyways, I'm starving now. So it's been all day, and I'm like, "Dude, I need to eat." So I what ended up happening was we had a lunch thing. Dude, I'm like yapping so hard right now, but we had a lunch thing for work, and I was just gonna bring it home and eat it for dinner because I went to Chick-fil-A for lunch. And so I was like, you know what, at this, I'm just gonna eat this for dinner. So I had this like plate of food sitting in my car. And so it's like it's 5:30 and I'm starving because I love eating. And so I'm like, you know what? This is gonna take some time. It's gonna take like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna go eat. So I literally go to my car and I'm sitting down and I'm just facing the hair salon place. And I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna eat right now. And I did have the spoon and the fork for this food. And this is like chicken curry or rice and chicken or whatever. And, but I left it at my job. So I'm just sitting there with this plate of food. I'm like, how am I supposed to eat this? I can't eat this with my hand. I'm about to go out in public in like 5 minutes. And so I always carry a pocket knife with me, and I looked over to my pocket knife, and I'm like, dude, okay, whatever. And so I can't drive home obviously because I have to be there for for my haircut. I'm on a time crunch here, so I literally just take out my pocket knife, and I've never done this in my life before. I'm literally just sitting there eating like chicken pieces with the pocket knife, and then like grabbing where's my pocket? I don't have it with me, but grabbing the rice with the pocket knife and just like eating it.
Bro, I need this. I need this haircut so bad. I can't leave this place until I get this haircut. If I miss my appointment, then it's cooked. So I have to eat dinner here. See this? Put the rice on the knife. Works pretty well. Almost done with my food.
Weirdest thing. I didn't cut my face like open or anything, but it worked out, and it was probably one of the best meals I've ever eaten in my life, just because of the stress that I was going through at that point in time. But regardless, that was pretty much the experience. As far as the haircut goes, I went in, I said I'm sorry. I showed her two pictures. I showed her this picture of this Korean guy, and I'm like, hey, can you like trim it like this? And then I was like, actually, and then I showed her another picture of like kind of a more emo haircut, and I was like, I want that emo haircut, and she's like, yeah, okay. And then she like cut my hair like of the first picture that I showed her of the Korean guy, and I'm like, dude, all right, like this doesn't look bad. And yeah, and then I gave her like a $20 tip because she did like a really good job and stayed overtime. $20 isn't a lot, but yeah, I just yeah, whatever. Anyways, that was my story. Don't judge my pictures because they're pretty cringe. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.